Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Councilman Simaluka?
Here.
Councilman Arcimondo?
Here.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Here.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Here.
Council President Garrick.
Here. Please rise to the salute to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silence in memory of Robert Brantner, retired township employee and library board trustee, ex-fire department chief, and former member of the planning and zoning boards, Tony Gatto, and John DeGennaro, husband of retired township employee Regina DeGennaro, and father of retired police officer David DeGennaro. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all council members and to all legal newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law, 1975.
The public is hereby advised that any statements made during the meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook may not be privileged or protected, and that persons or entities who take issue with such comments or are offended by same may and have in the past sought legal redress through the courts. Any member of the public who addresses the council speaks for themselves and not for the council.
May I have a motion to open the meeting to the public? Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. Meeting is now open to the public. Please come up to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Thomas Van Winkle, 128 Lincoln Avenue, Saddlebrook. Just want to let you all know that the Mayor's Youth Group is going to be helping out at, and let everybody know watching this, is good, that the Mayor's Youth Group is going to be at the Township Picnic this Saturday. The weather's looking great. We're going to be helping out with the picnic, and we're looking forward to being there. We invited the youth group to come to the Mayor's Walk that morning as well. So we're excited to be there. I also want to thank them for helping out with the community partnership table at the National Night Out that was hosted by the Saddlebrook Police Department. And I want to thank everyone involved with that. Again, it was a huge help. We were able to communicate with our residents, letting them know about the Mayor's Youth Group, letting them know about the community partnership and how we collaborate in our community. So I want to thank everyone involved with National Night Out. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Andrew Dredge, Saddlebrook. Just on the 9395 Market Street. So is that going to that Korean individual who had a presentation here for the 4 stories, 60 units? A couple of people are saying you guys are negotiating across 3 or 4. Others saying you're moving forward with these 4 stories and 60 units. So just a lot of confusion. Also, what was the specific number on the affordable housing? Did you get it down under 200, under 100, somewhere in between 100 to 200? Very good point by Councilman Arcimondo. Why are we paving a street twice in 3 years and another street 3 times in 7 years? It's quite interesting. And regarding the marijuana facilities, wasn't the one on Moe's Southwest Grill and the dentist office on 5th Street, weren't they supposed to open up relatively soon? Are they not opening up, or is there some sort of ordinances for time, the fans that are going to be put in place? The Rochelle Park Council, as soon as they approved these, they hired an additional police officer just to patrol these areas. The parks, is there an RFP for 5th Street Park coming out soon? And then the $1 million grant for the Saddlebrook Park by the pond, has that started? Is that going to be finished? I mean, it's going to be getting cold rather soon. I don't know why $1 million grant wasn't executed on. It's still very confused on the $700,000 spent on one tax appeal. Rather confusing. And then the last thing is, I don't know why all of a sudden residents aren't being informed, other than their homeowners insurance, that the flood zones are expanding from Saddle River Road westward, also in the first district. You're just pushing the flood zone on Midland Ave eastward. So the first district, I mean, the west side of First Street is now in a flood zone. There's no communication from the town, from the state, from anywhere. They get a letter, they got to pay $2,000 to $3,000 more per year. So is that flood map just going to continue to push eastward in the first district, where first, second, third, fourth, fifth are going to now be spending $2,000 or $3,000 more a year? Thank you.
Anyone else wish to address the council?
Good evening. I'm J.D. DeSantis from Saddlebrook. You may have remembered me from the last working meeting last month, where I had the issue with the projects that are being built down on Russell Avenue. And, you know, we like to come and make statements or maybe complain a lot, but we don't often say thank you to folks. And I'd like to thank the mayor, the council, especially Mr. Holmesy. I've got a lot of resolution from the noise complaints and the work startage that has gone on down there. Still one or two bumps in the road. I know Mr. Holmesy is working on it, but I just want to come and express my appreciation and thanks for what everyone has done to help make it a little easier where I live. That's number one. Number two, it might be a little late for this year, but the offer would be open until next year. I'm a retired paramedic captain from the FDNY, and for the last 6-7 years, I've been going into local high schools. I'm in your township's high school. You could talk to Ms. Violetti or to Principal Meisch, and I speak to the students. It's a rather interactive program that I've been doing. It is 100% free of charge. It is apolitical. It makes no commentary. It's strictly, this is what happened on that day. I've been lucky enough that the FBI has allowed me to have some artifacts. I bring that in. I engage the students, and what I'd like to do is open it up to the town. I will be in a school district during the day of September 11th, but if the town wanted to open it up, I'd be more than happy at some point that the town decides to speak. It's roughly about an hour program, and I'd like to just offer that out there. And, you know, we say never forget, and it's one of the reasons I go into the school systems. I'm in about 6 of them, mainly in Bergen County, and it's a well-received program. If you have any questions, you could reach out to Ms. Violetti or to Principal Meisch, and they'd be able to substantiate what I'm here and offering. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else like to address the council? Seeing no one else, may I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We had one of our residents ask about some of the things that were going on as far as Market Street, and I don't know if there's anything that you want to comment on, John?
Yeah, sure, I can provide some information. So, first of all, no decisions whatsoever have been made as to the project. There's been, the first developer who appeared before the governing body has not had any additional contact with the governing body other than to say they're working on revised plans. There is another developer interested in the site who will be making at some point in time, will be making a presentation to the public. No action whatsoever with respect to that site will be taken without full transparency, full notice, and full public participation. And I think, as was previously mentioned with respect to the development of that site, selecting a developer is only the first step. From there, a redevelopment plan has to be adopted, an ordinance adopted, a planning board hearing, back to the governing body. So there will be, once a developer is selected and a plan deemed appropriate for the site by the governing body, there will be several opportunities for the public to participate and voice their comments with respect to the project. As to other inquiries that other developers have made inquiries with respect to very high-density projects. The governing body has informed them that they're not interested in a project that contains over 100 units, so don't even present the plan. So there are going to be, yes. I don't. So with respect, so anyway, that, I believe, should address the questions you raised as to that project and the present status of it in terms of the Market Street project. As to the affordable housing question, property owners or developers had until August 31st to challenge what the numbers are, so there's still a few days left. So that number as to what the final number will be will not be finalized for some time, other than to say we have a very good attorney representing the township in that matter, and she's optimistic that the number will be reduced. And the number will be reduced significantly. But again, that has not, we're not at that point yet. And we may not be able to give a final number as to the number of units for a few months, depending upon whether any litigation develops as to the number that has been established. Is there some, what other question did he have that I could, is there other questions that he had that you recall that I may be able to address?
Cannabis, opening.
Oh, well, in terms of the cannabis, there's no, at this point in time, there's no intention of needing any additional police officers to hire. As to why businesses are going, or when they're going to open, that's strictly up to the businesses. We have no control over their time frame, what issues they may be having, whether it's to find a site, whether it's to get approval or submit a plan to the planning board or the Board of Adjustment for approval. So in terms of whatever locations haven't opened yet, and I don't know specifically.
They're going to, I think we're going to have them in September to give us an update. That's what we were mentioning. So we're going to need to contact just to get an update on where they are.
Do we want that for the September 4th meeting or the following meeting?
It could be either or, whatever's good for everybody. I could be at either meeting, so whichever one is best for everybody.
Okay. So if the Cannabis Committee wishes to meet, if it's going to be at the work session, we have to start probably at 4:30 or 5. And if it's going to be at the regularly scheduled meeting, I guess it would be at 6 or 6:30.
Yes.
So whatever is best, and then we'll get the notices out to the businesses to get it. And we do keep track of that. We do periodically send out status requests, but to be quite frankly, it's the same answers each time.
Right.
You know, they're still looking for a location, or they're still working on the site because they have to retrofit it, which is, there are significant regulations with respect to these facilities, so they may be in the process of doing that, or they may be in the process of submitting an application to the board, planning board, to get some type of approval. But we can report on that at our next meeting.
Yes, and it's becoming very competitive. I mean, there's a lot of places opening up right on Route 46. So I don't know if anybody's getting cold feet, but that's why we'll meet with everybody and just see where they're at. Okay?
Was there any other
Tax
question?
appeal,
About
large tax
the
appeal.
large tax appeal.
The large tax appeal that was $700?
That was settled.
700,000?
Oh, 700,000.
I may be able to add a little bit. It wasn't exactly that amount, it was less, but it expanded over, it was at a apartment complex that spanned over several years, is the short story
Right.
of why that was.
And just so the public's aware, when we enter into a tax settlement, first of all, when there's multiple years involved, there's incentives for the municipality to try to enter into a settlement because the property owner, if he's successful, will get interest going back to the first year. And on a significant reduction, the interest alone could be tens of thousands of dollars, as well as the fact that if it winds up being a judgment versus a settlement, all the money has to be paid back in a very relatively short period of time and in the same calendar year. These settlements are entered into at the recommendation of not only our tax assessor, but also the appraisal companies, so the professionals. The professionals recommend the settlement to the governing body based upon what they believe the possible outcome could be. So they're well-researched, they're well-considered, they're based upon sound professional advice, and more than likely, it resulted in a reduction because it was overassessed. That's what happens when properties are overassessed and they're successful. It means that they were assessed at a higher value than what they should have been. Any other questions?
I just want to mention one thing. Andrew mentioned about Rochelle Park hiring more police. I don't believe that's true. They did hire at the place that's open up and that's open now in Rochelle Park is on Route 17. It's called Ascend. When they first opened up a couple of years ago, they were hiring off-duty police officers on overtime. And that was mainly because of the traffic, because there was lines. But now that there's more competition, there's not lines getting in, traffic trying to get into the place. And I believe they no longer are hiring those police officers off duty.
Bob, truth be told, Staples had brought more traffic in than the dispensary,
Right.
truthfully.
But,
So,
yeah,
you know,
but
it's less
I
traffic.
do not believe that, I'm just about positive that they didn't. And I said this the last meeting, we currently now, after the last 3 officers that were hired, we're up to our full staffing. Our table organization is full. So we have we calls for 34 officers, we have 34 police officers currently serving the department. And I believe that's more than sufficient.
And Mayor, if I could also address the flood maps question. So
Okay.
the local municipalities have no control whatsoever as to the areas that are designated as a flood area. That's designated by a federal agency. And so in terms of how it happens or whether it's going to be expanded, again, that's not the municipality's decision. They don't seek the approval from the governing body. They don't request whether they can or shouldn't designate the area. And it's not uncommon that the first notice they get is from the insurance carrier, because if you weren't in a flood zone and now you're in a flood zone, it's the insurance carrier's obligation to notify you, to advise you, because you may now want to purchase flood insurance. But unfortunately, for residents who are impacted from going to a non-flood zone to a flood zone, there's very little, if anything, that can be done. Certainly, there's nothing the municipality can be done to change the designation.
And some people are taken out of the flood zone too when they change the maps. I've seen
Exactly.
that where people,
Yeah,
they've
No,
been taken out,
absolutely.
so.
yeah.
I don't-
Also, we have the parks, right? We have 4 parks that we're going to be doing next year,
Yes, I'm going
Right.
to be addressing that.
and we got grants for those 4 parks. I know you asked about the parks. And then the pond.
Yeah, I do have a little update on that. I know that the county did hire an engineer to do a plan and do a study, and then they're going to, whatever, I guess, recommendations that the engineer makes, they'll do with the money that they have. I'm sure they're going to have to put more money into it than the $1 million.
Yeah,
So,
okay. I think we covered most of,
the only other thing is, Bob,
On
you
the
could-
paving, maybe?
About the paving.
Yeah.
And the coordination and, sometimes the lack thereof and.
So whenever we pick roads for a road program, first thing we do is reach out to PSE&G, Gas, any other utility companies, and we let them know which roads we're paving, and that's their opportunity to let us know if they're planning on any work. What often happens is a year or 2 later, and 3 years later, sometime later, that's when they decide to replace gas mains, on roads that were just paved. The good part is that at this point, the gas company has replaced probably most of the gas mains in town. But when they do go and replace a gas main on a road recently paved, they are obligated to then repave the road curb to curb, and they pay for it, not the town. The town has only paid for repaving roads once. And I'm not aware of any road that's been paved 3 times in the last 7 years.
okay. Thank you very much, Bob. All right. We're going to move on to council comments. Mayor, comments?
Yeah, Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Just want to talk briefly about the budget. We will be mailing out the final reconciled tax bills in September. The tax rate was lower than anticipated, which really helped to lower the increase of your property tax bills. That was really saved us this year from having it even higher than we wanted it. So that's a good thing. Ordinances, we have several bond ordinances tonight. Park improvements, we have on there for Mayhill Street, Kern Street Park, Fifth Street Park, Veterans Field, Splash Park. All four of those, we're bonding money to do that. Each one of those projects, we've received grant money, grant funds from either Bergen County Open Space or New Jersey District 38 Legislature funds that we received. So Mayhill Street, as a matter of fact, Mayhill Street will be awarding a bid tonight for Phase 2 of that project, which is, we're going to be resurfacing the tennis courts. There's 4 tennis courts there now. We're going to keep 3 and make one of them 2 pickleball courts. We believe we'll probably put the pickleball court furthest from Mayhill Street. We're not sure of that yet, but, you know, our engineer will work on that. We did check with the school district to make sure, because the high school boys and girls tennis teams play there, and we didn't want to take away one of the courts if it was going to be a problem. And Mr. Ianello, the athletic supervisor, said it wouldn't be a problem as long as there's 3 tennis courts. So we've gotten a lot of requests for pickleball, so that should work out very nicely. Also, there's in the bond ordinances, there's money for DPW machinery and equipment, 2 new police cars, repairs to fire vehicles and purchase of new equipment, radios and communications equipment for the ambulance corps, stormwater system maps, extension of water main by the tree streets, maple, spruce, larch, and pine. That's been needed for a long time, and we're going to be paving those streets as well. And then employee salary and wages. We had some past events this month. We had National Night Out at the Municipal Complex here was Tuesday, September 5th, from 6 to 9 o'clock. I want to thank everyone who attended, everybody that participated and sponsored the event. The police department did a great job planning and organizing. It was well attended by the community, and I appreciate the DBW for setting up and cleaning everything afterwards. It was a very, very good event. We were all pleased. Had a great turnout. The Junior Police Academy was from Thursday, August the 7th, to Friday, August the 15th. We added 2 more days, the police department did, to this class number 3. The kids really enjoyed the program and seemed to really benefit from it. I'm very passionate about this program. I think it builds character, teamwork, discipline, and confidence in the kids. It includes field trips to law enforcement agencies. They also went to the Statue of Liberty, and fosters community trust, connecting the kids with the police officers in a positive environment. So overall, I think this was a really good group of kids, and they got a lot out of it. So, and it's something that we're going to continue to do every year. It's going to be an annual thing. A big shout out to Thomas Van Winkle. I think he left. But for taking photos of both those events. Also Rafael Gonzalez for doing the video. And the public, make sure you check out the photos on the town Facebook page. And the videos can be seen on YouTube or our town TV station, channel 38, Verizon Fios, 77 Cablevision. We got a lot of upcoming events. Tonight is the 66th annual St. Philip's Church Festival. Supposed to start last night, but they got rained out. But it's starting tonight until Sunday, August the 24th, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. The town picnic is this Saturday, August 23rd, from 12 noon to 4, at the Saddle River County Park. the Otto Paley section. Rain date is the next day, Sunday, August the 24th. Tickets are available at the Rec Center, right here, 55 Mayo Street. The Mayor's Walk is in the morning, 9 o'clock, before the picnic. So it's a nice time. We free T-shirts for as many as we can hand out. We got about 100 shirts. So we walk around the park as many times as you can. We have Ferraro Rehab comes and they warm us up, and it's just a good way to exercise and meet the public and have a good time. Our Lady of Mount Virgin Car Show is Sunday, September 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's taking place here in the parking lot of 55 Mayo Street. The rain date is Sunday, October 5th. We also have a sensory-friendly car show, which is Sunday, September 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. It's again taking place here in the municipal lot, 55 Mayo Street. The event is sponsored by the Community Partnership Committee, Access for All, and the Saddlebrook Angels. We're having a 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony. It's going to be Thursday, September 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. Here at the Municipal Complex. And we're going to have the Mayor's Fishing Derby was rescheduled. It got rained out in May, so we're having it Saturday, September 27th, 9 a.m. to 12 noon at Otto Paley Pond, Saddle River County Park. Some other things, Bergen County started on the artificial turf field project. That's the baseball field behind Coolidge School. This apparently was something they had in the works for quite a long time. They had approval to do it, DEP approval, and all the permits they needed. And it's going to be a good thing for the town because our high school baseball team plays there. Also, too, the field could be used by softball as well. So maybe the girls softball high school team may want to play there as well. So that's a good upgrade. The field behind Coolidge School, which is owned by the county. Bergen County, I mentioned this before, has awarded a contract to an engineering firm for the Otto Paley Pond Restoration Project. Bergen County also received grant funds. They had applied for the grant to build an all-inclusive playground for children of all abilities in front of the county park main entrance on Saddle River Road. I believe they will eventually proceed with that project, but they seem to be prioritizing the pond and this baseball field at first before they do that project. The municipal complex and DPW will be closed on Monday, September 1st in observance of Labor Day. Section 1 grass in the north end and yard waste will be picked up on Friday instead. Reminder for all seniors to apply for the senior tax freeze and also the anchor tax relief programs by October 31st. My deepest condolences to the Gatto family, the Brantner family, and the DeGennaro family. I just want to say a little something about Tony Gatto. Tony was a member of the Saddlebrook Volunteer Fire Department for 56 years. He was chief in from 1982 to 1983. I joined the Saddlebrook Police Department in 1982, and Tony was a true leader. He was a great guy and a great teacher. You know, he would take the time. I remember going on calls, and he would, talk to me and explain to me, why they're doing what they're doing and what we need, and just a real gentleman, very outspoken. But I never saw him get into an argument or berate anybody for their opinions. Just a real stand-up guy. So he'll be missed. He was 90. God bless him. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilman Accomundo?
Tough act to follow, I gotta tell you. I just want to wish all the parents out there, all the, I guess, braveness, heart dropping your kids off at college this last weekend, this weekend. I know it's tough. We're going to do it Sunday. But enjoy the rest of your summer with your kids. Come out Saturday, the last hurrah at the township picnic. Have a good time before you send them away for a couple weeks and they come back home. I do want to send my condolences to the Gatto, Brander, and DeGennaro family as well. I did get to meet all three of those gentlemen, all stand up, like the mayor said. And I'd just like to wish everybody a beautiful rest of the summer. Enjoy it before we get back to the grind. That's it.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Mazer?
Thank you, Council President. I, too, would like to express my condolences and heartfelt sympathy to the Bratner, Gatto, and DeGennaro family. They were all three families were so dedicated to our community and certainly be missed. I'd also like to remind people that the school will be opening within short 2 weeks. I know the children probably don't want to hear that, but asking people to please be mindful of the speed limits within the school zones, and please be mindful of that to keep our children and our crossing guards also safe. That's it for now.
Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
My condolences to the Gatto family, the DeGennaro family, and the Bratner family as well. For the town picnic, the Green Team will have a table at the town picnic on Saturday, so please make sure that you stop by the table to get more information on that. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilman Simaluka?
Yes. We have some fun events coming up. Happening right now is the St. Philip's Summer Festival of Fun, as they used to call it. So I think we're going to have good weather for the rest of the week or weekend. So hopefully you can come out. I was advised on social media that Saturday night is like a Saddlebrook High School reunion for all classes, and it's at the beer tent at the St. Philip's Festival. So although I did not graduate from Saddlebrook High School, I do like beer, so I hope to see people there on Saturday evening. I can't read my own writing, so I apologize. One thing we didn't talk about, and I was not here, I was on vacation during the work session, but for those out there that had asked me and asked the council about the concealed carry reimbursement program, and especially I got this information from the fire chief. We will be speaking about it at the next work session, so we didn't forget about it. But a couple of us were not here to discuss it at the work session and unable to get that together. I want to thank the county, finally, for helping my one remaining kidney from being destroyed on Midland Avenue by paving it from Erie all the way to the Peely Avenue turnaround. It is nice to drive on that road once again. It was a nightmare for a number of years, and we all of us, poked and prodded, and it finally got done. I've advised before that I'm not going to be running again for re-election, and one of my goals and expectations is that by the time I'm done, the Saddlebrook Parks system will be something that the town will be proud of. So we're working on Fifth Street, we're working on Mayhill, we're working on Kern, we're again poking and prodding the county to try and get Otto C. Peely Park and the pond up and running, and also the splash park, which was something that we all decided was something that would be beneficial to the town. So we are working on that, and for people about, as we get up in age, it seems it goes from tennis to pickleball. And I just spoke to our engineer, and the original plans, because some people have asked me about it, is, like the mayor said, there's currently 4 tennis courts. We're going to have 3 resurfacing, and the other area, because pickleball courts are smaller, have 2 pickleball courts, and the intention is to put them closer to Mayhill Street to eliminate or try and reduce as much noise issues as possible for the residents on the residential area behind the courts. I was honored to be invited to the Junior Police Academy graduation ceremony. All the kids, it's amazing when you see them all disciplined and following instructions, and it's tough, but you can tell that they all enjoyed it. I was a big proponent of that. I saw that in other towns. I know we had it some years ago, and we brought it back. It's a great thing. Mayor and the rest of the council who provided the support, and especially the parents who allowed their kids to go through it, because it is tough. And the officers that dedicated their time, Doug Haberman is one of them, Becky Rivera, Tim Parisi, a bunch of guys and gals who were involved in putting this thing together. It's no easy task. It was it a total of 9 days, I think, calendar days, and they were out 5 days, and they did some amazing things. They went to a canine demonstration. They got taken on a boat through the Palisades Interstate Park Police, took them on a boat ride to show how they do rescues on the Hudson River. It's really cool. And as everyone said, condolences to the families of those who lost loved ones. Tony Gatto, I was proud to serve with him for years on the zoning board, and Tony's one of those guys that you knew where you stood with them. There's some people who's like, did he like me? I couldn't really find. Well, you knew if Tony liked you or Tony didn't like you. He was tough as nails, but he was always truthful, he was always honest, and got right to the point. So he will be missed. Condolences to his wife and family. Mr. DeGennaro, I knew his wife better than I knew him, and I know his son, Dave, who was a lieutenant, I think. Was he a captain? A lieutenant. Was it? Lieutenant in our police department for a long time. Dave's one of the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet, always got a smile on his face. So condolences to Regina and to Dave and their family. And Bob Brantner, again, served on board with him. And he was a treasurer for a couple of campaigns that I ran in. And he was meticulous. He was always fun to talk to. He's a great guy. So condolences to Pat and the 2 gals and the rest of his family. And finally, football season's coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing the new field in action with our high school team on the newly turfed field. And for all you fantasy football people, this is the big weekend. So good luck, except to those people that are in my leagues, and I hope you crash and burn. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. So I get to go last and repeat everybody, so. Junior Police Academy was great. It's a great program. I'm glad we can offer it every year. Third annual, there'll be many more to come. Also, I'm very excited about the work that's getting done to our parks. It's going to be a great addition to the township to have those parks redone. A lot of grant money coming in, which is awesome. So a lot of people are working hard here to make the township a lot better. I just want to wish all the students a good luck during this school year, prosperous year for them, learning and growing. I hope to see everybody at the Mayor's Walk and the Township Picnic this Saturday. It's always a great event. I also want to give my condolences to the Gatto family, Brantner family, the DeGennaro family, and also the Donovan family. I worked with Barbara and Rich. Rich passed away. They're over on Caldwell. Great family here in Saddlebrook. But Rich passed away. He was a chemistry teacher at Garfield High School for many years and a good friend. So my condolences to all 4 of those families. And then finally, have an enjoyable summer. It's coming to an end rapidly. Hopefully everybody had a great summer and it'll be a nice fall. So thank you very much. All right. We have a resolution to amend the capital budget. May I have a motion to amend that?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcimondo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes. Going to move on to the ordinances.
We have final reading, ordinance 1786-25, a bond ordinance to amend sections 4 and 10 of the bond ordinance number 1741-23, entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Making of Various Public Improvements and the Acquisition of New, Additional, or Replacement Equipment and Machinery, New Communication and Signal System Equipment, New Information Technology Equipment, and new automotive vehicles, including original apparatus and equipment in by and for the Township of Saddlebrook and the County of Bergen, the State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $2,890,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds that was adopted on August 28, 2023.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You want to read it again?
No, okay, I'm sorry, I need a motion to open to the public, I'm sorry.
Motion.
No, usually I would.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak about this ordinance? Seeing no one, motion to close?
Motion to close.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to amend sections 4 and 10 of the bond ordinance number 1741-23, entitled Bond Ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new additional or replacement equipment and machinery, new communication and signal systems equipment, new information technology equipment, and new automotive vehicles, including original apparatus and equipment in by and for the Township of Saddlebrook in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $2,890,000, pay the costs thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds, to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, adopted on August 28, 2023. Does now pass on second and final reading, and that the Township Clerk be directed to advertise said ordinance or title thereof in the press, together with the notice of the date of passage of said ordinance according to law.
May I have a motion to adopt?
Motion.
Roll call?
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcimondo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
On the bond ordinances, we do have to do those separately, but you don't have to read it twice.
Thank you. Okay, we have, two ordinances that are now bond ordinances, so we could do them in one motion. An ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to fix the salary and wages of employees, servants, or professional staff for the year 2025-26 for the white collar for first reading, as well as ordinance number 1788-25, an ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook, County of Bergen, New Jersey, authorizing a special emergency appropriation in the amount of $30,000 for the preparation of a stormwater system map.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcimondo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved by the Township Council that the above stated ordinances heretofore passed on first reading be further considered for a final passage at a meeting to be held on September 18th, 2025 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
We have first reading, ordinance 1789-25, a bond ordinance to authorize the undertaking of the extension of water mains and related improvements at Maple, Spruce, Larch, and Pine Avenues in by and for the water utility of the Township of Saddlebrook in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $360,000 to pay the cost thereof, to authorize the issuance of bonds, to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds for first reading.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka.
Yes.
Councilman Accomando.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer. Council President Garrett.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the above stated ordinance heretofore passed on first reading be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on September 18, 2025 at 7:00 p.m. or sooner after as the matter can be reached at the municipal complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of a time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Ordinance 1790-25, a bond ordinance to authorize the undertaking of various park and recreation improvements in by and for the Township of Saddlebrook, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $915,000, pay the cost thereof, to appropriate a state grant, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds for first reading.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the above stated bond ordinance heretofore passed on first reading be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on September 18, 2025 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the municipal complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Ordinance 1791-25, a bond ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and major repairs to a fire engine and the acquisition of new additional or replacement equipment and machinery, new communication and signal systems equipment, new information technology equipment, new automotive vehicles, including original apparatus and equipment in by and for the Township of Saddlebrook and the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $995,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes, anticipation of the issuance of such bonds for first reading.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Absolutely, yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the above-mentioned bond ordinance heretofore passed on first reading be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on September 18, 2025 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place. All persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, of a time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer? Council President Garrett?
Yes.
That covers all the ordinances.
Okay, that's the ordinances. Move on.
All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine, non-controversial by the Township Council, and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member or members so request it, in which case the item or items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. One motion signifies adoption of all resolutions, receive and file letters, correspondence, reports, and approval of minutes and applications. The minutes of June 19th and July 27th are not part of the consent agenda.
Have a motion?
Motion.
Roll call?
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett?
Yes.
We have the minutes of the June 19th, 2025 public meeting.
Motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Abstain?
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett?
Yes.
We have the minutes of the July 17th, 2025 public meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett?
Yes. Thank you. All right. Old business?
Just wanted to mention, I forgot to mention it in my comments, I want to thank Superintendent Tony Violetti and Business Administrator Ray Karate from the school district and the custodial staff for Smith School. We had to, the police department had to request one of the schools for the Junior Police Academy because there was a conflict. Last year, we used the municipal complex, but with everything going on with the senior center, it moved over here, and now it's moving back to Caldwell. You know, we couldn't keep the seniors out of here, so we needed to, we needed to find another place for the junior academy. And they were doing a lot of work at the schools, all the schools, but they were able to accommodate us, and they did, they really went out of their way to help us out. So I appreciate that. And with that being said, you know, they're getting the school ready, and I want to wish all the kids good luck, including the college students that are going back to school, and hope that they have a really good year. So, that's it.
Thank you, Mayor. Anyone else, old or new business? Okay.
I forgot to mention, I can't mention everyone who was the officers that were at the Junior Police Academy, but one in particular was Sergeant Littlejohn, who was the... What's it?
He's a lieutenant now.
Lieutenant? I'm getting all the, well, I'm getting everyone's ranks wrong. I'm demoting people. Sorry about that, John, Rob. He was the drill sergeant, and that's a very hard position because you got to instill discipline while at the same time getting respect. So a little tough love never hurt anyone. He did a great job. So thanks, Rob, for that.
Thank you, Councilman. Motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to address the council on agenda items? Seeing no one, motion to close the meeting
Second.
for agenda items. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any final comments?
No final comments, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Take care.